And thanks for watching my video response to niggers, nappy-headed hoes, and booty shaking. I would like to discuss our culture and the Imus incident. Don Imus represents how many people view African Americans, especially black women. I think we will see much more of this blatant disrespect in the future. This person brought up the music video culture, how hip-hop and rap only reflect what is currently going on in the streets across America, and I agree. And I ponder on why blacks have such contempt and disdain for one another. I mean, what is this war between dark skin and light skin? Does it really matter? And why is there such a disconnect between the bourgeoisie and the proletariats? I mean, why once many blacks arrive, do they lose all concept of the struggle for equality and how much it must continue? I don't know. I mean, I dare say that racism will always be present, but we can make it the minority instead of the majority. I mean, it should not be a hidden infectious undercurrent in American homes. The fact is, we don't need Caucasians or any other group of people to accept us. What we want them to do is respect us. I don't give a damn if someone doesn't like me, as long as they respect me and respect my struggle and what I go through as a black African American female. Slavery is over, but attitudes still persist, as pointed out and shown with the Don Imus incident. I mean, and as far as the disconnect between the bourgeoisie and the proletariat, someone say, okay, well, what is she talking about? What does she mean? Obviously, the black community needs more solidarity and unity. But between the bourgeoisie and the proletariats, the poor or the working poor and the blacks that are doing well, like once you arrive at a certain place educationally or financially, you feel like the issues of the underclass supposedly are no longer your issues. You are different. You are set apart, per se. I don't know, and then you feel as though, okay, well, they deserve this. It's not really me. I have respect now. At the end of the day, regardless of how hard you worked, who you play golf with, what country club you belong to, how many zeros are behind that 1, that 2, that 3 on your paycheck, to some people you are and always will be a nigger. Bottom line. So it is your struggle too. It has nothing to do. Racism has nothing to do. Those are excuses. The attitude has nothing to do with merit. Did you earn the right to be called nigger? Do you deserve to be called a whore? The attitude is a I am better than, regardless attitude. That is why you see in some movies, they may have been pulled now, I don't know, but some movies, like, you can have someone completely uneducated and completely, for lack of better words, like a fat, uneducated white person or something, call someone a racial slur, like, let's say Holly Berry or something like that. We all know she's not ignorant. She's definitely not a whore, and she's not ugly or stupid, but they could feel like she is because she's black, so she has to be, because I have to be better because I was born white, basically. It doesn't have to make sense. It's not meant to make sense, and it only makes sense to people who are sick. So if it doesn't make sense to you, that's good. That means you're not sick, at least not in that regard. Now, not too long ago, I received an email from a law practitioner who called me a slutty, nappy-headed hoe. And he didn't know me from Adam. He didn't know who I was. He knew I was black. Saw my picture somewhere. And he sent me that. In response, I asked him, okay, I don't drink, do you? I don't smoke, do you? I don't have any children, do you? I told him I have no tattoos or tramp stamps. Do you? I have, I'm Christian. Are you? Does it come to any surprise that this tactless, classless coward who verbally berated someone he doesn't even know had no response? He is the epitome of the idiocy and foolishness we are trying to dissolve. This is one of the biggest mistakes Don Imus made, which is he didn't do his homework very well, did he? Don Imus focused malicious and slanderous insults to people who are much younger than he, who have much less life experience, who have had to fight incredible odds being both black and female in a sports culture that already gives blacks a hard time. And they are female? Also his accusations are untrue, most likely. They are not his or anyone else's whores. They are somebody's daughters, overcomers. They aren't leeching and taking away from the community. They are simply trying to succeed in life. And as a matter of fact, what made them more tacky is they are just beginning. They're practically kids. They're trying to make it. And this is the obstacle that he puts in their way. And then people come out and say, which really disgusts me, oh, it's not too bad. What do you mean it's not too bad? Who are you to tell someone how they should feel after they are maliciously slandered and attacked? In comedy, I'll tell you what was comedy, right? And they got all uppity when he couldn't handle being on, what was it, Jesse Jackson or Reverend Al Sharpton's show? One of them, he was on one of their shows, right? And this is how we see if he really is the big fish he thinks he is in the pond. Because attack people who have your same experience and who can give as good as you get, or get as good as you give, whatever you want to call it. People who have something invested in politics, race and race relations, not a group of girls that don't know you from Adam, that you don't know, that aren't hoes by far, that trying to make it, trying to go through school. And then he got all, it was too much for him. It was too much for him, the criticism. He couldn't take it. He couldn't deal with it. So he had to stop the show. I can't. And then he cries to the girl, to the daughter, like, I can't take this. They're attacking me. This is unjust, unfair. What do you think? So let me get this straight. The girls can take unfair criticism, but you, a grown man, can't do that. That has all of that experience on radio and TV or whatever. Yeah, whatever. Then the hypocrisy of some in the community. Do two wrongs make a right? How is it that some whites feel they now have a free pass to use the word nigger, but in the same breath, like a 2-year-old, their only defense to it is, well, blacks do it too. I don't know. Then they go on about how blacks should not use the words that sting so much, and I question the motive behind this, as I find a hidden resentment most likely dwells in the hearts of some of these people. Obviously the racist. Do we have to question that? Who find it most intolerable that blacks have adopted some words into their culture. Come on, do you really think someone who really perceives you already, not based on what you do, how you dress, as soon as you walk into the door, you are a nigger, already sees you as less in the depths of his heart? Do you really care about do you really think they really care about how you feel and how we are hurting each other's feelings? So let me get this straight. He called them nappy-headed hoes to bring about peace and tranquility and dialogue and discussion. When they were beating, raping, killing, murdering, and enslaving our ancestors, they were really saying, we want you guys to work together. So that is what, like, when white people call us niggers now, it's not because they are racist. It's because they want us to see the error of our ways and how beautiful we are. That's the reason.